Well, at least it's not a half hour late. We're only 2 minutes late. There you go. We're close enough. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. My name is George Miller. People call me GM in the world here. GM Interactive. And yeah, my last name would be Resident. So GM Interactive is the first name. Shorten that up, it's GM. And we're at Breathe Resort. This is Breathe Resort right here behind me. No one's in the background. We're not on stage. Don't have anybody in here on stage at all, other than myself, my avatar, if you will. People recognize. I'd like to recognize where we're at. I'm on the floating island here between those two areas with Breathe Resorts Welcome Center in the background. That's where you land over there in the background. And most people don't even stick around long enough because it's a huge region. It's an 8x8, so it's a huge region. And there's a lot that has to be developed in your machine. Okay? Takes sometimes 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes. And they're used to going to smaller areas, if you will. Don't know. And therefore, they're right down here. I guess I got this here. I can go down. They land right on that button. And they'll res their avatar. That's what you got to do to kind of get going, right? Have it register. So everything knows that you're right here in the system, and then you can walk around, do your own thing. So that time frame right here, this most people, that's all they see. Even if they wait a little bit, they might not see this. If they're one that jumps around from one area to another, and that's all they do is just jump, going around, then they're filling up their cache, their memory in their computer, and it takes longer and longer each time. And then when they come to Breathe Resort here, they might not have too much area for that to happen. At Firestorm now, it will recycle and actually create that for you, but it will take a little bit of time. The more heavy use that you are with your avatar, the longer it might take if you're not used to it. The people that have been around a while, they realize that they have to take care of that memory and make it work for you. Like yesterday's show was me just fixing all that memory little by little. And it was all adding up, so it took longer and longer. But today it looks like everything is working really good. And the talk show is set up. See if I can down here, right? At the bottom, gminteractive.com. If you want to come in here and talk with us, which is part of the show, right? So if nobody comes in here and I don't get into talking to them, what happens is you realize that the show might be me just walking around showing you Breathe Resort, and that's not what it's all about. It's kind of my backup that I use while nobody has showed up to the show yet. Right? Just doing different things, making it happen. Let's go for a helicopter ride. When's the last time you guys have ever been into a helicopter? We're going to go for a helicopter ride today until someone shows up. Now, when someone comes popping in, I'll take and jump to them. This is the helicopter inside because I'm right here. I can hold another passenger next to me and another to back here on this helicopter. I have 3 different types of helicopters. This one's the easiest to drive, so I leave it down here in case you want to practice or you want to make an attempt or you ask me to help you understand and to drive this helicopter down the road. That's how it works. So, page up. Here we go, straight up in the air. We're not turning, we're not going forward or nothing. Just straight up in the air. Page up. Yep, page down will bring us down. Just like if I'm walking, if you use your WASD to walk, you can use that to your left, right, the A. But I use the arrows, so I'm going to talk about the arrows. Now I'm going forward. If you have your nearby turned on, which you should, right here, helicopter, tuned for the bullet system, and I am in that mode right there. Got to go back so it knows where you're at. Okay. See how I just flipped it to 15 knots? Even though I'm not moving, I put it in gear. That's our first gear. So when I'm go forward here now, I'm in 15 knots, up to 15 knots from nowhere. If I let off the gas, I'll slow down. Doesn't stop all the way, just slow down because I'm going, right? I'm in gear. Up. And we're looking at the city's that close to the Welcome Center, and there's a lot of people that never make it even to the city where Big Blue is at, probably for a function they might be coming to. Something like that, right? Different houses, moving around, 15 knots. To shift gears, you actually shift and go up a gear would be to the right button. See, I went up to 20, even though I didn't push a button to actually use it yet. I'm there. And down would be down a gear, 15 knots. And then down, I'm into hover mode. That hover mode is where you can actually go okay, but real slow and hover. What's nice about the hover mode is you can stop in a position and it will stay there. It won't move. For pictures or you're trying to land this in a particular area, you go to hover mode. And in hover mode, if you go up or down, page up or down, stops you. So you can actually go up or down and land it in a controlled manner. Okay, so it's real easy to drive. They all kind of drive that way, but they respond different depending on how big your helicopter is. So right now, you're looking at nearby chat. Here, I'll slow it down a little bit. And these are just people that I know that are coming online that you see there. And that could be not in this world because that's where they'd show up down here on the left. But that just shows you that they're in world. Okay, I'm still in hover mode, which is taking my time. If I want to go somewhere, I can go shift to the right, which puts me into gear. Then I can't stop, right? You have to be in hover mode to stop, which is one gear down from where I'm at. That's the helicopter can fly you around. You can fly it all yourself. I don't know how many areas actually out here let you fly with their own helicopters and so forth. We'll let you do that. If I go up in the air, way up in the air, you can kind of tell what's going on. Let's go back to hover mode, right? So I'm not really moving. Okay, I can turn around, but I'll go up in the air even more. That blue ball is for Christmas time. There you go. That's our city. We do have a couple things that float, but other than that, like right there, our Angel Wings and Breathe Resorts um, store at TT Treasures are the bottom 5 out of those 7 layers. Top 2 is Angel Wings, where we do dancing. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. Making it happen. It does, how should I say it? It makes it harder for the show to have good content when no one shows up. So believe me, I'm in the background. What I want is new users. You know, I can contact the people that are out here on the grid, and they're probably listening right now. And it's okay to come in if you want to. And you would do that by going to gminteractive.com and use that blue button, and it will bring you behind stage. I can bring you on stage. You're actually in just a video chat, and I'm using that video chat to talk to you guys during a show. There's Angel Winks making it happen. Right? See if I can show you where the bar's at. I think the bar's right here on this end. Do the second floor down. We dance on the top. Angel Wings is still on one more down. Let's see if I can go up here. There's a DJ booth there, but I have a cover that goes over the top, makes a stage out of it for the live contact. Sometimes they like to just walk around the floor, maybe dancing with somebody as they're singing. They pretty much are on their own. They're kind of controlling the situation during that event. It's fun to dance out here. There's a lot of people in the world that are handicapped, and this gives them a choice to actually go dancing again. But you see with a kind of a bird's eye view, if you will, of our whole system here as I'm flying around. And I'm flying real slow, so you can kind of tell what's going on. Marina. Let's see. If I go up, it's a large enough area to where if I wanted to take a picture of the total area, it's really hard to do because I can't go up high enough. My eyesight doesn't come all the way back down to the ground. And we're on hover mode, so I'm actually moving real slow. Let's go a little bit faster. And even faster, and even faster. See, we go all the way up. Look at 50 knots. It'll start moving a lot quicker. I'm not going to run into anything up here. I hope. Another plane could be running by, but there's water between our normal. Let's go back down here. Okay, I'm in hover mode, and if I use my up button, I'm stopped, but I can still turn to look. Okay. On how that works. I'm in stop mode. My camera, of course, looks like it's moving a little bit, but I'm actually not moving. Okay, bring me back to where I'm at right here. I'm so far you don't see the mountain that's over here. There's a mountain over on the right-hand side. Right there. My eyes don't see that far because it's just how it works, right? And I do have it on full bore. I'm listening to, looking at everything that I can. Just gives you an idea, right? 20 knots where I can move a little quicker. Yes, the helicopter flies outside my own region. And what comes into play is just like right here, if you look down at the bottom, I always go see it right as I'm going too far by it. But anyway, down here at the bottom, see the highway going around and the palm trees and the train. That's a 5x5. It's stuck on top of an 8x8, which that lighthouse out here is the corner of, it'd be the northwest corner of our region. And if I turn over this way, I have those lighthouses every 4 sims. Okay. Should be another one out over here. If I get out here far enough. But anyway, there it is. Just showed up as I turned around. Needs to res just my eyes. Is how far my eyes can see. That's 3 sims wide using all 8 sims. North and south from here anyway. I'm flying south. That's how that works. In fact, I get over close enough here and slow down so I can still move and go into hover mode. I'll get close enough to the edge there and the mountain will show up. My next door neighbors, if you will. And he's building a spaceship. Not completed yet, but he's building it. Should show up anytime now if I get close. It's almost dead, square dead in front of me. If I go past it, it's just that it's resing slow. It won't pass it. It will show up before I get there. And I'm trying to stay in boundaries here. Okay. There it is. Just getting close enough. That's our next door neighbor. I'm still on our property. But I even have a lookout over here on the castle by that tree. Clear over by the castle. I got a thing, a lookout where we have people come by. Not very many, a couple people that kind of keep an eye on how that's being built and how much each day. And sometimes, when Lone gets busy, which nowadays it's real busy, he might not be there for a while. Coming back, spending time making it happen. Lighthouses get to show you as a visitor from another same grid. You got to be on the same grid, but as another visitor that might have land somewhere and you're flying around, let's say in your helicopter or your flying machine, or maybe on the boat, and you're using your navigation tools. And right there is where it's all opened up. You can stop anywhere. You can actually bring your boat all the way to our marina here. See, back in hover mode. I'm going to go down a little bit here. That's the east gate. If you have a boat, you park your boat anywhere in there, or you can bring your boat if it's small enough. Some are not small nowadays. You know, if you have a big boat that likes to cruise around out here, it might be too big. Up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to you. If you think it's too big, you can park your boat and come on in. You're already in the. There's no boundaries to go over from here, and you can use the gate. Click the bridge, and it will open up for you. And you come in and use our toys that we have going on. All the boats are available to you. Helicopters, if you see them. Balloon rides, if you see the balloon rides, there's one balloon sticking right down there by the Welcome Center. Right? A couple balloons down there. But that's kind of how it is. We're looking for people who want to come into the show, talk about themselves. It's a talk show, and I'm using a backup exploring time, if you will, for Breathe Resort. This is a resort that I own, that I built with Colorado. And we made a lot happen out here. We can fly. We're in hover mode, so let's see. Let's go forward a bit. Go all the way to the other side. Back, look at the mountains. Yeah, see, we're in the building. We're in the resort itself. That's why it's built. This is still the resort. That's the west gate over there. Normal Welcome Center, of course, is right there. But if you're coming all the way up to our gates, you can push that bridge, open it up, and come on in. I made a long pier right there, depending on how big your ship is. You can, if you don't want to take your own ship to explore the area, which is pretty big. I mean, you can do it. You can park your boat on that pier and make it happen for you. Trees, palm trees, and highways go around, and there's a train that goes around the outside there too. For some of the people that just come in through a teleport at Breathe Resort on the map. If you're actually on Wolf Territories grid, anywhere on the grid, you go to a map, type in Breathe Resort. Yeah, it's okay to use a space on that map, and you'll end up at the Welcome Center. We have a castle here. Make it happen. For the people who are out in the internet, kind of watching the show, if you will, the show's talk show. We tell each other's stories. Some people like to make up stories. That's okay too, you know. That's okay too. 40 knots. Ooh, we're moving. We're in that gear, right? So if I wanted to stop, I'd have to go all the way back down to hover. Use my down button, I can stop. Use my up button, I can stop. So up and down will actually get you to a stopping position. It looks like the helicopter is easy to fly because I'm walking you through some of the steps that do come easy for you to fly the helicopter around. But anyway, we're looking for people to come in and talk about their lives, and I can show you different things that are happening out here. If someone shows up, I have 3 screens in front of me. I'll be able to see that you're into the show with gminteractive.com. That's written at the bottom of the screen, going across the bottom. And use that blue button right below the screen. Will bring you into a It's like the blue rooms on a talk show, right? Brings you in behind stage. You're not on stage yet. And it's just a video chat. So you're coming in with your video and your audio. Do you have to come in with your video and audio? Well, no, you don't. You can come in with just your audio if you want. People don't have an audio? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Can you come in with just your video? Yeah, you can come in with just your video. And I'll notice that you don't have any audio. And therefore, we do have a chat room. In that video conference, we have a chat room inside there. It's only for the people who are in that chat room. Right now, I'm the only one in there. And you type, it's on the right-hand side. You'll see a chat room, private chat, it says. Those are for the people that come in here to be on the show. They can all type to each other. Even while I'm talking out here, they can type to each other. And sometimes I'm looking in there, sometimes I'm not. But I can tell that it's something that I haven't read yet. It would be in red for me. I can kind of see what's going on. That does not show up in the show, but I can see what's going on. And if they're commenting on, I wonder if he wants to go here or there. So I guess you could come in here with no video and no sound and be in that little chat room. But you know, you can also be in a chat room, in a type chat room, type your own stuff on YouTube, where you're actually watching the video before you come to gminteractive.com. Okay. We've had that website for a long, long time. It's been over 10 years, the process of actually making Breathe Resort here, the complete resort. And we're working on it all the time. My new area would be over here where I kind of turn to. What I'm thinking about would be that fairgrounds over there. It's not totally complete yet. We have a Ferris wheel that's kind of facing the wrong way, but it's over there to remind me where I'm going to put it. And it's one that's not working yet. We have different things all the time, playing around. Of course, the marina is just that. Set up for boats. Walk down the path that shows you different buttons to push, how to get your Breathe Resort. See right here, I'll stop, but how you get this Breathe Resort here. So when you're on the resort, you can actually push the buttons and it will take you there. And since I'm driving this helicopter, it would take me there and the helicopter will go into a pause mode and it will sit up here until I go back and find it again, right? So I don't need to do that, but there you go. And I noticed where I stopped here as I come in closer to look at me. That's our bar at Angel Wings right here. Just sit around the bar, talking to each other, almost up to the dance floor. You can take stairways down if you want to the different things that you can find at TT Treasures. Look at this. We got boots. Everything's for free. If you're looking for a boot, cowboy boot for men's, right? Let's see if I have things set up for the ladies too, but each floor is something different. Elementary avatars, because you're usually into it by this time. You're usually into an avatar. and you're learning that you can have that avatar shape. If you're coming from SL and you take your time, you're coming from SL, you can actually go into your avatar at SL and learn about the numbers for your shape. Write them down. There's a lot of them, but you write them down for each thing, for the size of your head to the length of your arms to length of your legs, and how big your feet are going to be, and how wide, and where your mustache is going to show up if you want one. And in other words, there's all kinds of buttons. So you can shape yourself to look like yourself. If you took your time, you probably can get it exactly from your given avatar when you show up in the world, when you register. And then, of course, the size you are can fit your same clothes, but you can't bring your clothes over. We have shopping areas over here where you can find yourself some jeans and so forth. There's bottom 5 floors right here will show different things to kind of get started. It's not a whole shopping mall like you can find out here, shopping mall. And we're talking a shopping mall throughout all the grids except for Second Life. So you don't even have to stick around our shopping mall. We have a shopping mall that is created by each and every owner of the land. So yes, I have a little bit here at Breathe Resort that can help you out temporarily. But I also have one on our grid that Lone gives us because I'm a landowner. Everybody has that chance if they want to. And you get assigned an area and you can make it happen for you. I don't use mine for making money, so all of my stuff is free. Everywhere you see GM Interactive or Breathe Resort, you'll actually see it a Breathe Resort shopping area. Because that's what we are. We're Breathe Resort on the map. You can go through the shopping mall area, and that's the different houses that he's set up, different stores, if you will. And it'll be empty for you if you're brand new and wanted to get started on it. Making it work, right? Just checking in on different things, all the different stuff that you can do on our grid is it gets busy. I've been told we're catching up to SL, if not past them already. I think we passed them in volume, but not in people yet. Or is it the opposite? One way or another, it's real close to both. But what we're out here is as a new grid, meaning 5 years, under 10 years old. We're growing really fast because of the continuity that we're creating little by little. Everybody does their own. Some people have private grids where they let you come in. As soon as you get to know somebody that is inside that private grid, they teach you, show you how, recommend you. However, get your name on a list so you can come in. We have an open machine here. You can take your avatar and do a lot of things with it. Going around all the different grids except for SL. It's a closed door, right? Or if you happen to open up a grid itself and close the door, or maybe their grid is all adults. I don't know. Each person as a grid owner can determine what they want to actually keep track of and follow the rules on making that happen for you. I live in Seattle, so I have a space needle here, right? My own version of a quick space needle. Even though it took me a long time to build this place, I'm not a big builder. I build because I dream a lot. And the different things are all in position out here. When Diana and I actually created, we were thinking, what would we like to see when we're over here? What would be good if this happened over here? You know, what do you think that people are looking for if they actually got to this spot while we're sitting on a bench somewhere? Do they want to be isolated so they can talk to each other? It's a big enough place, you know, that several people can be talking in their own little area and the others will not hear it. You're far enough away, right, from it. Just like my eyesight is not quite big enough for an 8x8 to reach 8 sims away. In Second Life, they actually break your sims down to 8 different parcels that are inside the sim or more. You can create as many parcels as you want. If you have your own land and you want to kind of do your own thing. Most of the people on Second Life, when you actually have land, at the beginning anyway, you might have membership of SL, and you have the smallest land after membership. The land is for free, so you're actually paying for the land you have, and it's just one parcel. It's not even a sim long or deep. To give you an idea, that ship that we have here, it's one sim in length. And they break that down 8 times. That's a pretty small space. Half is 4 and 4. Half is 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. Yeah, 1 is half of that. So it gets pretty small as far as the space that you actually have if you wanted just a single parcel. Since it doesn't cost that much in open sim, I don't even think there's a way you can get into a parcel. Unless you have someone like me that says, look, if you want to stay here for a little while, you can do it. If you want to make this your home, you can do it. When I say home, just means your avatar, when you log in, will log in, and wherever you made your home on the land out here, it will work. Does not mean that you actually get to change things on Breathe Resort. But it gives you a place to land, right? We do have, let's see, I'm up too high. We do have, I want to be underneath Breathe Resort, TT Treasures before I go in this way, just treasure. Okay, see how those 4 houses? Anybody can use those 4 houses for a while. You're not building on it, you're just using the house. And you find a friend, right? In the whole world, in a whole grid, maybe. You'll find people coming in and out all the time out here. We have a peaceful atmosphere that we try to stay on. So when you come here, we try not to bother you. If you're the first time you come here, and we probably haven't seen hide nor hair of you, whatever, each avatar on their profile will have a picture and how long they've been in world. It's like their birthday. We call them Res Day here. You know, time you actually signed up in World to make it happen, your res day. And if you have a really low date there, we know you really haven't been in World very long, but it could be an alt. And that's okay too. And then we would actually help you out, maybe a little more than someone that comes in and he's been here over what, 360 days, 1,000. I don't know. I think I'm up in, I don't know what my, in here, in this world, remember, my profile. This is my profile page. I've been here 2 years, 3 months, which is 842 days. So that's with this avatar and this grid that has not been around too much longer, but I've only been here for 2 years and 3 months, approximately, right? So many days. And I can offer you what I've done here. This Breathe Resort was brought to this area by a file. It's called an OR. As I build it, and it's too much for other grids to handle, Lone knew how to handle it out here and make it work for me. Making it happen for each other. But we kind of had a reason or a purpose for our grid. And it caught on for the people who like to be by themselves, perhaps go to functions, but you can go to functions on other grids from your grid when you join different groups. That type of thing. If you're close enough, or find me on a lookup pattern, especially if you're right here at Wolf Territories, look up my name and look at my pics. You can jump right into anywhere. You don't have to come to the Welcome Center. Breathe Resort, Angel Wings. There it is up in the sky. The castle. This is a castle that's, let's see here. This is the castle that is right there in the air, right there up in the air. Okay. The tint of it, because I'm in the morning from this angle, it's sunset actually. All the way from Big Blue, right? That's just how the picture shows up. Destiny, where my office is on that blue floor there, 3rd floor. I started my shows out there and then thought, well, I can actually be already moving out here doing something. Today, I jumped on the closest thing I thought about. A lot of times, shows turn up really good when spontaneity shows up. Okay, everything we do out here is real life. What are you thinking of? What type of people are showing up to ask questions? What would they like to learn? And it's not about Breathe Resort. That's okay, because this is a backup. I jump right out of my helicopter and I visit you direct in there. But right now I can putz around, show you what's going on. different functions. If you like animals, we have 2 different areas for the zoo. Zoo is be down here just south of right there. Right below me, see the giraffes? Let me look. We don't need this open. And I'm going to raise this up just a little bit on that side so I can see what gears I'm in if I change gears. Okay, so this right here would be one of the zoos. I have a lot of animals that are in my pocket that I have to actually arrange yet. A lot of stuff is happening so fast for me, I can't keep up, by myself. If you like to surf, if you're coming from a place with a lot of water, that takes talent. So not only controlling your avatar is needed, but techniques on surfing are needed to surf that wave. Looks like it's barely moving from here. And that's the small wave. Let's get moving over here a little bit so I can get over. Looking over here to my left would be the bigger wave. Right? So if I make this happen. Okay, I'm stopped. There's a bigger wave and the smaller wave. They're not always timed out like that. They go in different kind of patterns themselves. The smaller wave takes less time to get to the end than the big wave. And it goes to the end. When that stops, it will disappear. And it will show up by the waterfalls here and have a second run. Okay. I don't put a limit on how many people, they got to take care of themselves out there, just like in real surfing. So they don't hit each other. And they work together to kind of have fun. They can talk. Look at, there's a couple helicopters up here. I was wondering where they went. And see, so that anybody can jump in that helicopter like this. And a lot of times that's the only way up here other than a TP, your teleport. So there's a helicopter and 2 of them, another helicopter. Okay. And also a balloon. Our balloons are 3-seaters. So some people don't say, oh, for the first time then, can you drive? And I go, sure. And I take them around like we're doing now. But we get to actually talk to them. We get a chance to learn who they are. Have a new friend. How to make that work. We only have about 10 more minutes before the actual show is over with. Right? Here, I got to have this back on because I got to know where we're at. We're on hover, so I can hover. It wasn't hovering for me very good. Got to be in world to make it stop, right? So when I'm when I push buttons, I don't, the computer doesn't know that I'm sitting right there in the helicopter and I'm doing other things. And I'll get used to it, like I say. Oh, you can go over here, you can stop. Maybe just land it all the way. You're down on the bottom, you stand up, which turns the helicopter off and everything. And you're out of here. That's how a helicopter works. And I put all 3 of them up here because after the show, I'll go pick them up and actually take them down. Probably put one down. And I'll mix it up a little bit so you can tell what's going on. For the kids, they can play up here. But aren't we all kids? Aren't we all kids trying to learn something, trying to find new friends all the time? Maybe you like to surf, so you have a lot of surfing friends. Maybe you like driving planes around and, flying things. Maybe you like to just sit and relax. Or even watching. Go to the train station here. Look at this, because that's a place to sit. I can go down like this with my eyes, and I can say, you know what, that seat right there is pretty good. That's how you move around. Out here is real simple to do if you know how. I could use these buttons right here on George under the pics on his profile. Different areas, I could use them to go there, to go places. We call it profiling, but you can take any avatar when they come in. You could take that avatar and you right click on the avatar and go to their profile right there. That's how I turn mine on. That's how I would turn someone on that's sitting next to me here. Or even down around over here. He's sitting over there and I'm going, I haven't met that guy before. They call it profiling to go ahead and look at that. There's a whole group of people out there that are trying to spread the news that profiling's not good, that you're spying on them. Must be. Must ask me before that, before you do stuff like that. Well, that's not how the game was made up. The game of life in world out here. Those are the people that you go to their profile, they'll have nothing on it anyway, you know? So when you go to a profile like this, see, let me do it again. If you go to a profile like this, and they don't have anything here, not even their picture, the feedback, I don't use the feedback myself. It's like a, what would you call it? A posting. Okay, but pics, I use the pics. If all of this is empty, right? Classified ads, add a new one and so forth. Classified, if you're selling something, you can actually, or you want to highlight something. Classifieds is good too. I'm actually lacking in the classified because I do so much out here. I can't keep track, and therefore my communication factor is not good in classified. But look at how close that wave comes before it falls into the shoreline there. Yeah. And then if you're actually watching them, let's see where we're at. Boom. If you're actually watching them, it will disappear and you see all these people, they're all paddling out there as quick as they can. Or maybe there's enough people that they split in half. You got half of them riding the whale, riding the wave right here. And the other one's going to wait for the next wave. And that way there, it kind of splits the amount of people on the wave. Maybe they'll start from the left and go to the right. Maybe they'll start from the right and go to the left. You can actually ride the wave in both directions. It's not easy to do, like I said. They're usually in swimsuits and so on, kind of making that happen. So the lag is a little bit different. The toys are on the island here, so they're on these toys. Okay. Some even like body surfing. That's what these right here for, are body surfing. It's a swimmer, kind of, but it's made for that wave. If you want to have a wave, there's ways that I can show you where I got mine. Those are items that you buy in World, even though OpenSim is set up for a lot of free stuff. Don't buy an OpenSim. You see those signs all over? Well, that's true in a way, but there are special items that are made so you can do things like this. And it's worthwhile to help that person create more with the money flow that's needed for them to build those things. A lot of times those builders, they go into, they know a lot more, even more than I can actually sit here and talk about with you. Different, not video, but different editing tools that they use for pictures, you know, and 3D objects to create these, you know, surfboards or canoes that are specially made. Paddles, for instance, that look like paddles and are doing the right thing and the right size for you to use. Programming the scripts up to make it all just right for you. It all takes a little more time to get that, to make that happen. Look at, you can even have the sailboat. Look at, I must be far away. Oh, I'm sitting over there in the train station, and I know it's 11 o'clock, but we were about 2 minutes late, so I got a little time. But right there, you can actually sail. When you're sailing this here, there's a menu that comes up after you're on it and you're making things happen for you. There's a menu for you to do a lot of things. You can control the wind for you separate than the guy right next to you with his wind. In addition to that surfboard responding on the wave there, which makes it very interesting when a guy really knows how to surf. I mean, competition surf wise, to watch them type of people. So from the train station where I'm sitting here, I have a little lookout in case they all show up here for a tournament of some kind. We have not had to have any yet. I've only been here 2 years, so the importance on this is a lot of times they have already someplace set up, but you can come here and practice. Those same people can show up here because it doesn't cost any money. You're not joining a club. You're making it happen for you. You're learning all the time a little bit of something. Kind of how it works, right? And I had to use my talking skills today to talk about different things in Breathe Resort, but we are set up to talk to people. And of course, we use this all the time. And gminteractive.com on the front page is it actually is on that website website places. If you see a yellow TV, there's a TV on every page of my website, but it's not all the time the live shows. On that live show, it's on a playlist. So if you just listen when the show's over, it goes back a date and shows you yesterday's show. And when that's over, it goes back a date again. So you can, watch all day long on the different shows that take place. So far, all 18 shows now, this is the 18th show, have been with only Jacob coming in. Jacob's a good friend of mine, and he's helping me do a lot of stuff. Jacob is a scripter, a builder, a believer, and he believes in getting something done. Different things, we all get challenged with time We all have real lives to live. Are you eating 3 meals a day in your real life, even though you're busy out here? Are you taking the time? There are people who are so busy trying to entertain people out here, they forget to eat. And then they run into trouble. They run into losing energy. Anyway, what you've been listening to is Let's Talk About It. And every day we come in here and we ask you to come on in. I'm going to be looking for some different times. So this might show up at different times. Since we're not getting a big reaction right now, I might have to advertise, right? I might have to tell everybody we're in here, but I wanted to catch people that are not avatars. I wanted to talk to the people that are not avatars right now and get some brand new people in the avatar world and realize that you don't have to come in here and fight with each other all the time. You can actually come in here and enjoy a brand new community of just good people, people that want to get somewhere, but good people. And there are different communities in here. You can roam around and find one. Or you can create one, right? For the brand new people coming through. That's what we're all about. The belief in yourself, confidence you might have. It's kind of my area where I get to talk personally to people that are not here, but they're going to find this video. And look through, you got to actually stick around, in this case, an hour and whatever it is, an hour and 2 minutes. Ah, there you go. Just to get to this point on this video. And when I close down, you might not notice too much other than the Let's Talk About It will come on the whole screen and then go back to an avatar again. That kind of starts the whole show over again. And that is, of course, found at gminteractive.com on a playlist on that screen. This show will stay on until tomorrow's show goes over the top of it, and then it goes down one step in that playlist. Simple stuff. It's simple stuff, but it's hard to really understand sometimes. And sometimes the simplest things out here to understand are really the hardest. Can't believe that that's how easy it is to have happen. I have over 200, or did, I should say, 8 years ago on our show, right? I mean, they don't even know about this happening right now. They just knew that I was going to come back someday as an avatar to do the same show, to keep your eyes open for it. So if they're an active user at YouTube, really the only way you're going to see this is at YouTube, or maybe, from a friend that ran across it and so forth. Get the word out. It's the same show, but I'm in avatar form right now. It sounds like people are afraid to talk to an avatar. Maybe if I keep saying that, they will be afraid. I don't know. Look at all the different things that happen. My wish someday is this over here. This is our amphitheater, to where I can fill them up. All 5 of them seats would be speakers that are going to speak right here. Maybe entertainers that are going to speak and sing a song to us. And all of these pictures, let's see if I can do it this way. All these guys out here fill in every seat and be able to have standing room only. Now that's asking for a lot in a world like this, but that is possible. It's possible today with everybody that wants to. I wanted to fill that up with people and not worry about the people that are already in world, because the people who are already in world realize that you can jump around, you can come to these meetings. It's not a private meeting, it would be a normal show to come in visit. Look at that, there's even a TP, of what we call a TP floor. This right here, you punch it, you got a menu. All these different areas to go, right? You're learning about them little by little, zoo 1, zoo 2, right? And then when you choose them, if I would have chose one while I was there, it would show up down here, and then you click it again to actually go. That's how that works, okay? It's kind of a double thing. Its menu is so big that you go up and make a choice of what you want, and turns that button into your choice, and it lets you go there. You'll see them buttons from time to time. All the major places have them. Trying to remember where our button is, right? Our button, yeah, right here. For this button, there it is right there. Okay, I use this menu off to the side. We give you so many choices here, you can't make a mistake, really. But you can use this right here, and all that is given. In fact, look at, I can see one in sight right here. They're given in major places too. That's at Breathe Resort, HUD, for free. All the different things. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show here today. And sometimes I stay a little later, and here lately, I've actually been trying to squeeze these shows in and busy doing other things. I actually am going to see if I can find a better time frame that more people can show up. You know, kids are going to school. A lot of people are still working. I'm retired. I've been retired since 2005. I have a young voice and a big dream out here. So sometimes age is really, in fact, all the time, age is really not a factor. My avatar will do the things for me that I need to take place. Except for he doesn't surf very good. He tries. But that's me, right? That's how I am. I like where I'm going in my life. I'm doing the right things, I think, to make happen for me. I'm helping my kids out. I got 5 kids, making it work. And with 5 kids, you guys can understand, whoa, he really must be busy. Yeah. The family is probably watching me now because they know it's a new show, a new season type thing that's starting up. So some of them are listening right now. Maybe not live, but they know that how they know my ABCs because I've talked to them about it all. And they can find that way. Sometimes I give them a chore to do, like add up all the people in our family out here, kids. Not all of my kids have kids themselves. Not all of them, but some do. Enough to where they're having kids that are having kids that are having kids. We go back 4 generations to the youngest one born already. Yeah. And if we want to add up all those little twos and fros, and comes up to 17 little kids running around. That's a lot of kids, right? The generations, 4 generations, making it happen for you. I like to talk. I want to thank you for showing up today anyway, and we'll talk to you all later. God bless, and keep talking about it.